traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Guys, how are you doing? Let me know how you did down below today in the comment section. So before we jump into it, remember, hit that thumbs up button, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. If not now, at least at the end of the video, consider subscribing. Guys, let's jump right into it. TOPS was the stock of the day, and boy was this thing incredible. It was also volatile, which is worth mentioning. I was up over $500 three different times today. It lets you know, the volume. It speaks volume to what kind of a day this was. But unfortunately, we weren't quite able to retain all of our gains. Now, this thing starts off with a crazy move through the pre-market highs, right? And if we really and truly zoom out, you'll see that this thing started yesterday, and today in pre-market gapped up, bit of an ABCD down here, gapped up, gained volume, and into the open. It was off to the races, straight into a halt resumption. Thinkorswim lags in the first minute, so I said, hey, I'm not touching this thing. I'm going to wait for that resumption. I had my blue line here, as you'll see. It got halted right at yesterday's high. Resumed higher. It halted at 458. It resumes and opens at 489. And here we go. Time for the dip and rip. So it comes down here, right? I want to zoom in. I want to zoom in a little bit closer. All right, it comes down here. Let's remove some of these arrows for now. And it made three different lows, right? Three different lows. So the first low, it goes from like, let's say 95, it drops to a low of 73. It then rips to like 94, 98. It comes down to a low of like 75. It rips again to like 90. It comes down to a low of 77, I believe, and that's where I got in. Trying to punch for 77. I'm in at 81, and guys, I kid you not, I'm selling at 505 on the ask. I'm hitting sell right up there, and in the blink of an eye, look at my fill, 86. Isn't that disappointing? This is the first time I was up over 500. Now this was unrealized, I will say, but still, if this is strong and it keeps going, I'm out for a $500-600 trade as my first trade on the stock. Now, it's worth mentioning that there was a 160,000 share seller sitting at 508. And so let's watch this resumption here. And I want you guys to see how quickly I was in and where I was trying to get out. This was a 10-minute halt, I believe. So it did take some time to resume. Okay, here we go. Resumption. Am I on single screen? Yes, we are. By the way, this thing came up right on the Momo scans, right? TOPS yesterday and today. Today hitting the Momo scans early pre-market. And that's how we saw it. So here we go. It dips down. There's 80, right? 76, 75. That was the first dip. Whoa, hold up. Let's go back. Let's go back. Maybe I didn't remember this quite as good as I thought I did. So 82 is the low right there. Maybe 80. 81, 80, 76, 77, 75, and boom. So that was like that third dip. Okay, it didn't go as low as I thought initially. So the low of 74 didn't come until afterwards. But we had a low of 80, it bounced up. Then a low of what? 80, it bounced up. Now a low of 74, it's bouncing up. I'm in, and watch this. So I'm already long, right? It's going to populate right here. You can see my order was out already. I'm in at 81. Watch this. You see how fast that was? You see how fast that was, right? I'm in. It's already back down, and before I can even get a chance to sell, I'm in. Right? There's 505. Right here, I'm about to sell. Right here, I'm about to sell. But when stocks are strong, do we expect this to come back down to 480 almost in the blink of an eye? No. You guys know how halted stocks go. When these things are strong, I'd be selling here, and I'll be getting fills at 510, 515, 520. Because the stock is just ripping up. So that was the plan. Hey, sell and let this thing continue to just rip. You can see I'm already up 550 unrealized. But it comes down so fast that we're only out for scratch. That was the first trade of the day. That was our first 550, kind of a move. Now, let's head back to the charting. We'll come back to level 2 again. So it dips down. And I'm like, you know what, man? I don't like it here, right? So we had a low of 75. 82, it ends up holding relatively well right here, but there was a huge seller, as mentioned, 160,000 shares. I didn't record my level 2 today, I forgot, or else I would have showed you guys on level 2. That would have been worth showing. 160,000 shares was sitting at 508. And that's the only reason I wasn't comfortable buying this dip again. Because you guys know me. I like to trade the dip the first 2 times at minimum. This was the first time. This is the second time. Second time right here. It goes to a high of 98, which is not terrible. And it comes down here as the third time. Right, so this wasn't really the best. So anyhow, and I'm going to get caught in this trade a little higher up. So let's watch over here now at 944. I am going to get a quick couple of scalps, right? Quick couple of scalps. So watch this. Let's fast forward for time here. So once again, didn't take any of those dips down there. But as it starts to curl back up and break over the seller is where I'm going to take my first long. So I took a breakout trade instead of buying any dips because of the seller, right? So look at this volume here. Look at this. Look at this candlestick, right? Look at this candlestick. In fact, this is a perfect time for me to utilize the drawing tools here. Hold up. Here we go. Yellow. Look at this volume profile down here. Look at this. Pay attention to that volume bar. Right now we got about what? 200,000 shares, right? So let's erase this. Control Z. Let's erase that. Pay attention to that volume there, right? And look at how much it rises up, right? As we get to the seller of 160,000 shares at 508, right? Let's let it play. Watch this madness. 507, volume. You see how that volume is coming in? That's us trying to break that seller. There we go. When I buy, there's now 90,000 shares remaining when I bought right here. It breaks. It drops to 65, 30, and then somebody like they bought 20,000 shares at the last couple of, 30,000. It just rips right through. So I'm in at 07. Immediately, I'm taking it off. It dips right back into that seller. I'm buying right back where that resistance was for support. If this flushes here, I'll take the loss. I'll take that loss any day of the week, any time of the year. But here we go. Look at where the flush happens. And it was so unexpected. So I'm back in. Right here, I was looking to hold for a move to 550, 540. It's not pulling away, so I took it off. And for the second time, we're now up over 500, right? So watch this. It dips to 16, so I sold, right? Let's sell. We're selling. It dips to 11. It dips to 10, 11. And watch this right here. 20, 24, 24. It dips to... right here, I saw 16 for a low. On level 2, I saw 16. 17. I think right here. And I'm going to take this. I saw 16. So the first dip was to 08. Right? The second dip was to 10. And now it held... So if you're watching this like on a 5 or 10 second chart, you'll basically see higher lows. It now dips to a low of 16. And so I thought, yes, it's holding that level of 508 higher. I'm getting back in at 20. Or, my aim was really 18, 17, 16, anywhere there, high teens. And now it's going to take off to 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Look at what happens right here. Right? That was the thought process. And you might say, Relentless Trader, what is your risk right here? My risk is literally 5 cents. If I'm in this thing at 17, 18, 19, if it goes down to like 14 very quickly, I want to get out immediately because right here, right now, I think it's going to rip through the highs. Watch this. I'm in. You see you see where I'm trying to sell here? You see this? This is what you call slippage. Look at this. So I'm in at 22 and immediately I realize, no, it's not going. So I hit the sell button, right? There's 14, 17. I'm selling between 14 and 17. But look at this madness here. Look at this. Look at the travesty. I take this trade again tomorrow. If there is follow through and this stock wants to be strong, instead of dropping down 20 cents, it goes up 20 cents. And I'm in at 20, selling at 40 for another $500 of gains. And now we're up 1K on the day. So for me, this is a very fair trade. It's a trade that I think the risk is limited. I'm even selling on time. But look at how fast it drops to, 490? And it's not done. Look at this. 80, 60, 40. If I decide to hold 3 more seconds and I say, no, Relentless, don't sell. This is going to bounce up and you're going to get high of day. Now guess what? Now I'm down 2K. I'm down 2,000 just like that. So easy. You see the risk in the markets? This is why we say every day, day trading is risky. Day trading is risky, ladies and gentlemen. So you got to understand the risk. You got to accept the risk, and you got to be quick with cutting the loss. Think about it. Let's count the difference here. Let's count this, right? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 seconds. 6 seconds later. 6 seconds later, and I'm down 2,000 if I don't sell that position. You see that? And I'm selling it like 17, 14 for a tight stop. You know, okay, I got a little slippage going in a little higher. You see, my aim was for like 18. I'm in at 22. That's 4 cents, which is $100 difference, right? I'm buying market, and I'm cool with that. But what I'm not cool with is that we didn't go to 540, 550. You know, if I miss out on 3 cents, 2 cents, and this thing goes all the way to 540, 550, I'm okay with missing out on 2 cents, 3 cents. You know, I'm still going to make 20 cents in the trade. You know, I'm happy. The market makers are happy. It's a great relationship. I get free commissions. But this thing decided it wanted to go down. And so that's the second time I was up 500. Let's go back to the charting. So I'm like, I'm not touching this stock unless it breaks high of day, right? So I thought it was done right here. It's going to curl up. It's going to curl up. And let's see. I'm going to get a trade in here on the first pullback, I believe. So we had a high of 545 after it took off. It dips down to high 20s, low 30s, and I'm in 2,500 at 33, and I'm out at 43, 10 cents, 250. I'm in at 33, I'm out at 40. That's 7 cents. What is that? About 200, right? So the boom, I'm up $500 again. And then I think I might have caught something on this green candle here, or I might have missed it. I think I might have missed this green candle at 10:09 because I think I sold too soon. And I think I said that on stream. Hey, I'm out a little too soon, so I'm not going to get the continuation. Right? And in fact, I might have scalped it. Let's see. I think I scalped it, so I still caught something. I think TOPS. Let's see. So 45 on this pullback. I'm in. I'm out 250 as mentioned. Right? I'm in. Hold on. Where am I in? At 33. It looks like I was holding. Okay, I was holding 1,000. So I took it off. Looks like I took it off maybe break of 60. 60, I sold one. 65, 66, I sold the rest. So great trade. It's about a 30-cent trade on 1,000 shares. And now we're up over 500 again. 760 this time. So you might say, Relentless Trader, what are you doing? Why are you not walking away and saying the day is done? Guys, I walk away when the momentum is done. The momentum is the only thing stopping me from walking away, right? And right now, I'm not looking at trading my P&L. If I trade my P&L, I'll continue to suffer. Last month, I suffered so much mentally because I'm trading my P&L. Oh my God, I'm up 300. If I take this trade, what if I lose 150? Oh no, oh my God. That is done. That is over. That is dead to me. Right now, I feel so free. I feel so free trading. And so I'm going to continue to trade freely. I'm going to continue to just trade the charting, trade the setups, and once the setups are done, that's when I'll walk away, regardless of what my P&L is. All right? Unless, of course, I'm red every single trade and the stock is going up. That's a different story. That is then telling me I'm just not capitalizing and I have poor accuracy on the momentum. That's where a max loss would, of course, come in play. But other than that, as long as I'm not red, I'm going to keep trading. I'm going to keep trading because ultimately I'm trading A-quality setups, and there's nothing telling me that the next trade is not going to be a winning trade because that's the odds. I'm a winning trader, and I'm green 6 out of 10 times throughout the days. There's nothing telling me that I'm not going to be green on the next trade when there's an A-quality stock and an A-quality opportunity. So what am I going to do? Trade the charting, and I will live always by A-quality trades, whether it's red or green. Even if I'm up 2K and I drop to 1K or 500 or 0. A-quality trading is what's got me to where I'm at. So I'm going to live by and die by A quality trading. Forget living and dying by the sword. I'm living and dying by A quality trading. I'll do that till the time of trading is no more. So that's what we do here. We took an A quality trade and it ended up pulling back on us, right? Look at this. This is where we're going to have the loss. Here we go. Hold on. So, and I was thinking about taking 10,000 shares here. Where are we at? 552. Remember, if I'm not, think about this, right? If I'm not red on that surprise flush, because that's what I would call this, a surprise flush. If I'm not red on that surprise flush, we're probably up like 1,300 right now. You know? Yeah, we're probably up like 1,300 right now if it's not for that surprise flush. Now, I'm going to get caught in another surprise flush. As there's a stupid fly in here. Hold up. So, I thought we were going to get a soft break below this low. Look at the volume profile, right? We still, at this point, we had high of day volume on a red candle, but we had a new high of day. In my book, once we surpassed the high of day level with fairly good volume relative to high of day volume, I think, let's check this. What was it? We had 4.8 versus 3.7. You know, fairly high. This is fairly high. And so now what we're doing here is we're pulling back. And so it's like a reset. Like imagine if the charting is now looking like this, right? This is what's going on in my mind when I start to see the second pullback. Pullback, you know, move number one, pullback number one. Move number two, pullback number two right here. And so the only mistake I made here was determining where the low of the pullback would have been. Let's mark this out. 525. Look at this, right? Look at this. Let's fast forward. Let's rewind and put this over here. Look at where the pullback goes for the lows. Let's remove the show trades. This is on my side even, right? This could have even been avoided looking back at and doing the recap now. So we were bottoming initially at 50 from a high of 80. And I remember yesterday we had some pullbacks that held very high on that other stock, right? So when I saw 45, I'm like, you know what, this thing is not looking bad. And so from 45, we made a move back to 68. Right here, we made a high of 73. It comes down here. And so what I thought was happening was that we're going to get a second pullback around this range here of like 50 before it goes back up. That was not the case. And so, you know, maybe I could have done a better job easing off and waiting to see, you know, what the pullback wanted to do. But I thought it was going to be a soft break, and I was relying on level 2 at the time. And, you know, that's one thing I'll also live by, level 2. So this is what got me to this point. So I'm long right here in this range based off of level 2. We broke down from 45 low to 38, and it bounced up to 45. I'm trying to aim for 40. I'm in 45, a little higher. And then if we put on the show trades, this is where it drops down some more. So I'm in at 47. Okay, and I had 500 shares at 50 that I didn't sell. That's why my average is 47. Well, if we click on this, you'll see I'm in at 45, 45, 46. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, we just bottomed out. And now it's going to go back to 50, and then 60, and then 70 for the new high. Instead, it goes down to 25, which was yesterday's high, and that's how I go from now up 700 to up just 80 bucks. 3,000 shares, 20-cent loss, $600 loss. I'm not really losing 20 cents a lot. You know, if you guys like look throughout my trading career, the way how I cut losses, I don't really take 20-cent losses a lot, right? It kind of happens when there's a flush. So look at this. You want to know what my stop is in this trade? 38. I aimed. My aim was to be in the stock. My aim was to be in the stock at 540. So look at the drop right here. It's the drop. You see how the spreads open up in there? Like if you're watching at level 2, you'll see it more obvious. But look at this, 41. Right? It bounces 45, 40, 38, 38, 38, 41, 49, 38, and then 46. So the spreads opened up like crazy. And so I got to fill in the midpoint, or, I got 500 shares at 59, well, at 52, and then I get 2,500 shares in at 45 and then 46. And if I'm in at 40, my stop is 2 cents. I'm in at 48, my stop here is 10 cents, 250, right? So watch it how it comes down. So there's 41, 44. Right here, I didn't panic out. And I should have sold it. But, let's let it play, right? Let's let it play so you guys can see how fast it is. 37, and then it comes down. And that's where I took the loss. Why did I not sell immediately, by the way? Because the pullback was looking good. Volume profile's looking good. I wanted to give it a chance, but it didn't hold up. And I'm not going to hold that against myself. It's one of those situations that's a little 50-50. If it goes down against you, it goes down against you. That's trading, right? So, recap is done. Okay, guys, that's it. I've spilled all the beans, all the marbles. If the breakdown is gradual, if it holds up a little bit better, we're out flat. If in best case scenario the stock is actually curling up and we're in 3,000 and we're selling at 80, for what would that be? Like a 30-cent gain? Well, no, 40. Yeah, like a 30-cent gain. 30-cent gain, which would be 900 for that particular trade. But what ended up happening is the flush increased our risk, right? And even the high fill, if we get the fill we wanted, even if we lose the 10 cents at 28, it's not that bad, And like I'm seeing in the comments, there's someone saying volume is decreasing. That's exactly what I want on the pullback, is decreasing volume. But anyhow, that'll do it for the day, guys. It's been RT. Hope you did enjoy a beautiful recap, a lovely recap. And your boy signing out. We still, despite money passing through the account, here's the silver lining. We worked for an hour and we made $170 in less than an hour. What time was this? 10:23. From 9:30 to 10:23, less than an hour. If you want to include, pre-market analysis, which you can. We did some pre-market analysis at 9 at 10 a.m. So, we worked for what, an hour, if you want to say an hour and like 20 minutes, hour, 10 minutes, almost $200. And we're not going to get this unlucky, Getting caught in 3 flushes in one day, it's not really the norm. So, RMED hitting the Momo scans, guys. Look at this. RMED hitting the Momo scans. Guys, by the way, check out Momo Pro. If you're in need of a scanner, Momo Pro is the way to go. Look at this. Right now it's 4 p.m. and RMED is hitting the scans. Don't sleep on it. Do not sleep on Momo Pro, guys. You can use, and they are a sponsor of mine. If my DAS platform isn't really up and about, let me call this out in Discord. Jeez Louise. I wonder what's the news. Oh man. Wow. You see, I prefer to see this tomorrow morning at the open. The volume is light because nobody's really here. But you gotta admit, it's an incredible move, all right. Anyhow, guys, code Relentless for 25% off for Momo Pro. The Pro Plus package is the way to go. That way you get the gap scan. Let me pull it up. The gap scan is down below right here. This Discovery Pro is the gap scan. That way you guys can, of course, get a gap scan, right? You need a gap scan. So yeah, guys, code Relentless. You can check out the YouTube channel for a few videos on the platform. I have one going over the filters, the platform itself, and then one more recently going over the updates. But yeah, it's been RT. I'm over talking and I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay green, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. I am signing out.